Hey guys, I just wanted to thank you real quick for 1,000 subscribers. I honestly can't believe I hit that number, and I really appreciate you guys for showing so much support to my channel. For this video, I have for you yet another entry into my Obscure Cars from Around the World series, and today's entry is about Japan. A lot of the cars I'll be covering today I actually didn't know about at all before making this video, and there are definitely some interesting ones in here, so you'll want to stick around for sure. With all that out of the way, let's get right into the video. The Autech Zagato Stelvio is a car that resulted from a collaboration between Nissan's in-house tuning company, Autech, and the Italian styling house Zagato. The car was named Stelvio after the Stelvio Pass in Italy. To create this car, Zagato would do all of the bodywork and design touches, and Nissan would provide one of its Leopard cars as the base for the AZ-1. The car saw its debut in 1989, and only around 104 were made in total. The AZ-1 is rear-wheel drive, and used a 5-speed automatic transmission. It's powered by Nissan's VG30 DET 3-liter turbocharged V6 engine, which makes around 280 horsepower and 296 pound-foot of torque. For performance figures, the AZ-1 had a 0 to 60 time of about 6 seconds and could go on to reach a top speed of 154 miles per hour or 248 kilometers per hour. Since the car was styled by Zagato, it features many design cues commonly used by the Italian firm, such as ducts, bulges, and Italian leather throughout the interior. Another design feature I found interesting about this car is how its mirrors are integrated into the front fenders. It gives it a really cool look in my opinion. Overall, the Autech Zagato Stelvio AZ-1 is a pretty cool limited edition Japanese sports car. In 1936, the company that would later become Toyota built its first passenger car, the Toyota AA. In 1996, Toyota decided to create a limited production retro-style car based on the AA called the Classic. The Classic was designed to be visually similar to the AA, with a body that matched the previously mentioned AA's 1930s to 40s sedan body style. Only 100 copies of this car were made. The interior was taken from modern Toyota vehicles and was made to fit the AA's time period better with the inclusion of things like old-fashioned wood trimming, leather seats, and other luxurious materials. The Classic uses a 5th-gen Toyota Hilux van as a base and has a rear-wheel drive layout. The Classic was powered by a 2-liter inline-4 engine, which makes 96 horsepower and 118 pound-foot of torque. This is definitely a very interesting looking car, and it's quite rare as well. The Mitsuoka Orochi is a sports car that was produced by the Japanese manufacturer Mitsuoka from 2006 to 2014. Mitsuoka is a pretty interesting company in itself, with their main focus being the production of retro-styled cars based on popular vehicles. This has led to some pretty peculiar-looking cars, like the Mitsuoka Galoo and Vute, which are both based on existing vehicles. But anyways, back to the Orochi. It was available in both coupe and convertible form, and was limited to around 400 units in total. It has a mid-engine, rear-wheel drive layout, and is powered by a 3.3-liter V6 engine that makes around 227 horsepower as well as about 245 pound-foot of torque. One interesting thing about this car is the multitude of special editions it has had over the course of its production run. Some of these are the Gold Premium Edition, Kabuto Edition, Zero Edition, and the Devilman Edition. Although this car's looks are for sure controversial, I don't really mind it, and I do think it's a pretty cool car. The Nissan S-Cargo is a small van produced from the model years 1989 to 1991. Interestingly, the name S-Cargo not only means small cargo, but is also a reference to the French word for snail, escargot, due to the car's snail-like styling. The S-Cargo was one of 4 models to roll out of Nissan's Pike factory, with the others being the POW, BE1, and Figaro. All of these cars shared retro-style designs. The S-Cargo has a front-engine, front-wheel drive layout. It uses a 3-speed automatic transmission, It is powered by a 1.5-liter inline-4 engine that makes about 71 horses as well as 86 pound-foot of torque. In total, just about 8,000 S-Cargos were produced. Pretty cool little car. The Toyota Sera is a 2+2 hatchback coupe that was produced from 1990 to 1996 in Japan. The Sera was very unique in that it featured butterfly doors as well as an all-glass roof. It had a front engine, front-wheel drive layout, and was available with both 5-speed manual and 4-speed automatic transmission options. Under the hood was a 1.5-liter inline-4 gasoline engine which made 104 horsepower and 97 pound-foot of torque. This car also came standard with electronic fuel injection. Although there isn't much to be said about the Sera, what can be said is that it's definitely a very unique little car. The Autozam AZ-1 is a small car produced in Japan by parent company Mazda from 1992 to 1994. The AZ-1 is what's known in Japan as a kei car, which is a vehicle in the smallest category of vehicles on Japan's roads. The previously mentioned Nissan S-Cargo also fits into this category of vehicles. The Autozam AZ-1 is yet another normal car that features some unique styling and features, with one of these being the car's gull-wing doors. The car's mechanically identical twin, the Suzuki Kara, was produced at a later time. The AZ-1 uses a mid-engine, front-wheel drive layout, as well as a 5-speed manual transmission. The engine used in the AZ-1 is a 657cc turbocharged inline-3 engine, and this engine makes 64 horsepower and 63 pound-foot of torque. Interestingly, Mazda's in-house tuning company, Mazda Speed, tuned this car up, resulting in the Mazda Speed trim on the Autozam AZ-1. The Autozam AZ-1 is yet another interesting car to come out of Japan. The Nissan Juke-R is a special version of the Nissan Juke created by Nissan engineers in 2012, as well as a motorsport group the brand was partnered with known as the RML Group. The Juke-R was quite literally a Nissan GT-R engine and drivetrain with a specially modified Nissan Juke body placed on top. This engine was the GT-R's 3.8-liter twin-turbo V6 engine, which gave the Juke-R a whopping output of 545 horsepower and 428 pound-foot of torque. The Juke-R had a top speed of 160 miles per hour or 257 kilometers per hour, and could reach 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds. Although Nissan planned to build 17 to 23 Juke-Rs, only 5 ever ended up being made. This is, as you could probably imagine, a pretty insane car, and it's definitely my favorite on this list. If you're from the United States, you might recognize this car as a first-generation Scion XB. This car, however, is actually the Toyota BB, the Japanese market version of the Scion XB. This isn't just any Toyota BB though, this is the open deck trim. The open deck trim on the BB was essentially a coupe utility version of the regular car. The open deck had a foldable back window and wall to allow the bed area to open up into the interior. This definitely makes for a weird looking car. The BB open deck is front wheel drive, front engine, and is powered by either a 1.5 or 1.3 liter inline 4 depending on which one was chosen by the buyer. It also came standard with a 4-speed automatic transmission, just like the standard Toyota BB. This car is a pretty interesting gimmick in my opinion, and I personally like it a lot. The Toyota Mega Cruiser is an off-road vehicle that was produced from 1995 to 2001. This car was made mostly for military and police usage, but some were also sold to the general public in Japan. It was available only in 4-door SUV form in either high or low roof versions. It had off-road focused features such as a 4-wheel drive system as well as 4-wheel steering. Powering the Mega Cruiser is a 4.1-liter turbo diesel inline-4 engine which makes 153 horsepower and 282 pound-foot of torque. The Mega Cruiser uses a 4-speed Aisin Warner automatic as well as a 2-speed transfer case. Overall, this is a pretty cool Japanese off-road vehicle that I'm sure many didn't know about. Some of you might recognize this car, as it was actually featured in a few of the Gran Turismo racing games. The Dome Zero is a concept sports car that was introduced in 1978 at the Geneva Auto Show. Dome planned to give the Zero a limited production, although the car was never approved for production and the whole project was cancelled shortly after. The Zero was powered by a 2.8-liter Nissan inline-6 engine which made 143 horsepower. The car was also rear-wheel drive and used a 5-speed manual transmission. The Zero has a really cool angular design, and it's a real shame it got cancelled since it would have been interesting to see where Dome and the Zero would be now. And those are 10 obscure Japanese cars for you guys. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comments down below, and be sure to like and subscribe for more if you enjoyed. So yeah, with that, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.